my next anime review, I'm doing Sanda. This anime is done by Science Saru and it is rated PG-13. After watching the series Dan to Dan, I was able to see what Science Saru was capable of. And that was one of the main reasons why I gave this show a shot, and one of the main reasons why I was really looking forward to it. And this series started off really strong. This series has a fantastic opening and an excellent ending theme as well. The music's fantastic. I decided to rewatch the ending episode just to get a refresher. After it's all said and done, I am actually fairly mixed. I was surprised how uneven this freaking pacing was for this show. I started noticing it around the halfway mark in the season. Around episode 5 is when I started noticing it, and the episodes would go from really enjoyable to oddly paced and sometimes a chore to watch. Other than a few action sequences here and there was not a whole lot going on this season. I know if we do get a season 2, there's probably going to be more action sequences and more stuff added. And also what doesn't help is I don't like where this season ended. I feel like it should have had a few more episodes to end in a better place. Dan to Dan had very similar issues with their cliffhangers at the end of season 1 and season 2. I don't know if that is a Science Saru thing, but I've noticed even with Dan to Dan and this show, they pick some terrible places just to end the season off with. Dan to Dan, I could excuse Dan to Dan with that because that show was good enough to justify it, but Sanda is not. It has a really interesting concept that the show the first season at least, just does not take as much advantage of as I was hoping. And honestly, Sanda himself as a main character is kind of, I don't know, at times he's interesting, but at other times it's like, dude, make up your mind. Why are you so freaking wishy-washy? The rest of the cast is fine. Shiori, I think she is very entertaining at times, especially with her brute force approach a lot of times, especially with her use of weapons. I found that quite entertaining about her. Amiya, I found him to be fine. He was probably one of the weaker aspects of the cast. Nico, she was definitely another one of my favorites. I really wish she was on screen more. Hopefully, if we do get a season 2, she pops up more because she had some of the better comedy, if I'm going to be honest. And then Sabaru, I enjoyed him quite a bit. He's also got some great comedy as well within the show. Oh no, what happened with her, I didn't really care for all that much. I felt like the reasoning behind what happened with her was kind of odd, and they don't explain things very well. Hopefully they will explain things better in season 2 if we do get one. The main villain, Oshiba, if I'm gonna be honest, he started out decent, but he just kind of is a nothing burger of a villain for the first season. Oshiba and Sanda both fights one or I think like 3 or 4 times within the season. The only fight that's really good in any that is the only fight that is really memorable is the one in the laundromat. They don't explain Santa's power set all that well. They definitely draw out revealing a lot of Santa's powers and what he can do. They really spread it out, and honestly, they spread it out way too much. And a lot of it could have been explained in the first 4 episodes, if I'm gonna be honest. And the final fight and the fight scene in the final episode of the season, it's not very good. You suddenly learn Santa has another power, but he somehow discovers it by accident, and I'm just disappointed with this season, if I'm gonna be honest. And I expected more, especially with how good a job that Science Saru did on Dandadan. I don't think Sanda is bad. It's just the first season is kind of rough. The aspects that I did like about it was the animation. I do think this show has a great art style, and the character models all look great. Santa himself has a fantastic design. I really like the aesthetics that they were going with him when he was actually in his proper costume, I guess you could say, within the show. Also, I also really liked from the first episode where the reveal of Sanda being descended from Santa Claus. I liked that reveal quite a bit. For the old lady who helps run this school, I enjoyed her character quite a bit whenever she was on screen. It's just, I was expecting more, and I was not expecting to come away from this show mixed. That is why my final score for Sanda Season 1 is a 6 out of 10. It hurts that I have to give this season a 6, but I have to be honest. This season was definitely let down. Hopefully, if we do get a season 2, hopefully, if we do get a season 2, it's better. Because I do generally hope we get a season 2, because I do want more of this. It's just season 1 disappointed. Anyway, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Did you watch Sanda, or did you read the manga? Let me know down below if it gets better, or if we are getting a season 2. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. This has been Ryder. I'm out.